We're live on Instagram and Facebook. So I'm not going to hang around because this is going to be, oh, it's very echoey, isn't it? We'll move on. This is just going to be a short video, and it's just basically what I wrote in the post, but it's just some people, well actually most people seem to prefer when I'm live. So excuse me if I'm going cockeyed because I'm looking at one phone here and one phone here. So yeah, it's really simple today. Please resist the temptation to guess what I'm going to get you to do tomorrow, or what we're going to do next. It's all pretty simple, which brings me very nicely on to the cards that I pulled for today when I was half asleep, which inspired me to write what I wrote earlier. And it's basically simplify your life from this deck, and then simplifying your life from this deck. So I don't know if you saw when I was live before, but it's like when I've been tidying up, I've just chucked about 3 different decks together and they're in a big pile, and I shuffled, and so when these two came out together I was like, wow, well that's a clear message with the same wording. And really, because when I pulled these cards it was in like the very last degree of Pisces moon, which is about facing your deepest fears, which people might not, hello Jen, people might not choose to face their deepest fears while doing this, but hopefully you choose to face some kind of fear. And yeah, well I'll get onto that now. So basically, I've ran this challenge 3 times really, but the last time I done the womb healing, and it was really just ended up being everyone in my membership groups. I didn't call it Fuck It Let's Go. So really technically this is the 4th one, but we're going to call it the 3rd one. And I'm testing out doing it live on the pages. So I'm going to see, I've not went back and checked, but earlier on only like a couple of people had commented on the Facebook, and nobody, apart from me, had commented on the Instagram, which is funny because things seem to be busier on the Instagram lately, so that is a bit surprising. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'll assess by tomorrow whether I'm liking the vibe, and if not, don't worry, I won't sack it all together, that wouldn't be very good. I will plonk us into a pop-up group like I usually do it, because my feeling is not everybody's as raw and real and understands the power of vulnerability and connection. Well, I think you understand it, you just don't want to do it. And they would do it, and you'll do it in a private group. So I'm just testing things out, because really, it's not that scary. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just put one word that is holding you back. One word. So you can do it now. If you didn't do it on the written post, do it now. Just one word that. Hi, Dad. Dad, you can put something that's holding you back if you want. You can get involved. You are on Instagram actually, but never mind. Right, so really, I can only be here for... how long have I been here? Yeah, I'm only staying on here for about 10 minutes. Please don't make this be one of these things where I say that and I'm here for 8... and now my washing machine's beeping. You can tell it's Mercury retrograde, can't you? And by the way, it's not actually went direct yet, so that's why the interruptions are happening, but we'll just carry on. But basically, yeah, if you didn't see what I wrote earlier, all I want you to do today, if you're getting involved, is just write down one word that describes, that's really getting my tits, one word that describes what you want to release. So whether you want to call that a feeling, a negative thought, a limiting belief, like, it really doesn't matter. Just put one word that describes how you're feeling. You can put more words if you want, but really it's just putting something down there, because none of us are perfect, and that's why I've got on here progress, not perfection. And that really is why I am a master at helping people when they're procrastinating, when they're overwhelmed, when they're afraid of anything really. Well, not anything, but I help people in lots of different areas. And it's because I done that. Like, I stalled, I still get overwhelmed. I'd be like, oh, I'll do it later, it's going to be better when it's later. And no, just take messy action. So whatever it is you need to get done, just start doing it. If you need to start decluttering, like this woman, that's always my one. Although I have just finished a month challenge with women, and the results from that were mind-blowing. I will collate them at some point. and I'm working through mine now. That's why I'm in a bit of an echoey room. I've changed positions in the house, and I'm just seeing if I like it. But yeah, basically, for that as an example, if you need to declutter, then just start somewhere. You know, if you look at the mess, you're just going to get more and more and more overwhelmed, and then you're going to go and distract yourself. Believe me, I know, I've been a master at that. But you just have to start. And you know, you might have heard of this technique before, of the Pomodoro technique, but basically it's really simple. You just set a timer for 25 minutes and just start anywhere. And again, you could be like, well, that's not a revelation, Claire. But some people do need to be told these very simple things, because it depends how much it's stopping you from moving forward. So obviously I've used the example of clutter because that's what seems to be going on in her life. She's got a lot of stuff around her. And the thing is, when you've got a lot of physical stuff in your environment and clutter, it can really bog you down, and kind of, you know, it can cause your thoughts to not be as clear. So again, like, wherever this is for you, because this can just be that perhaps you have got a nice tidy home, but your mind is cluttered with overthinking or afraid of taking action. Again, it doesn't need to be that you're very cluttery, but I do tend to attract a lot of women and men that are similar to me in that way, and pile up the stuff. And you know, but again, it's, if I hadn't have had that past and that experience, I wouldn't be as good as what I am at empathising and understanding and not rushing people before they're ready. But again, it's like I'm very good at tuning into that. So we've got simplifying your life. I cherish the simple pleasures of life. And simplify your life. Eliminate clutter from your home and work life to balance the flow of activities. So yeah, I really do feel with these cards coming out today, there will be at least someone on this, but usually a few people that are, you know, doing that. Like, you're just, whether it's like the digital clutter where you've got like loads of emails, or you're in loads of WhatsApp groups that you just aren't using. Like, again, you know, I think we've all got things like this where you've got ones that you haven't even used and nobody's spoken it for like 2 years. Delete them. Why are you keeping this stuff? It's people pleasing. Like, the other people probably don't care either, especially if nobody's spoken it in 2 years. But whatever it is, just make sure that you know, address where it is that's stopping you just now, and then we'll take action as the week goes on. But that's what I want you to do just now, because I don't want to overcomplicate it. And I'm not stopping to talk just now because I'm coming on at 8 o'clock. And Dad, I'm ignoring you with whatever else you're saying because you're putting me off. Love you, but is that your jumper you're washing? I don't know what you mean. It's a fucking t-shirt anyway. Right, so grieve your losses. So these were ones I just pulled right before I came on here, right? And I was like, oh, where's this going? Because bear in mind, whenever I do these, they're never the same. And if anybody has done like my previous challenges, I would very much appreciate it, because nobody ever does it when I ask, but I'm going to ask. I would very much appreciate it if you share in the comments how much it helped you and what it helped you with, or just that it helped you would be good, so that people know I wasn't holding a group all by myself. You know what I'm saying? But basically, a lot of the nature of my stuff, it tends to be about shadow work and deep clearing. So it gets very intense, very deep, and that's why I'm gauging, right, maybe we need to do this in a private group, because people just are a bit private and they're not going to get involved, and most of my audience are basically lurkers, do you know what I mean? So if nobody's going to get involved, it's a bit shit if I'm just here talking to myself. But basically, we'll cross that bridge if we come to it. But so what I'm trying to say is the challenge changes and evolves as I change and evolve. And I've moved through like a huge amount of shadow work and fear this year alone, and you know, for years and years now. So I dare say it really is, I can see it's going to be moving that way into, you know, really facing the darkness tonight. So again, you know, I'm just putting it out there. You might not want to come tonight if you don't want to do that, but I really do hope that people do come and join me in just under 4 hours, 8 o'clock UK time, because I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I do know that we're going to bring whatever's in the dark to the light, because that is how we heal things. You know, nobody ever gets over their biggest, deepest fears by kind of just not going there. You know, you either sort it out with a therapist or you heal it by journaling. You're really lucky if you manage to heal all that all by yourself. Usually, you know, it takes a village and it takes a team, and it takes you getting over your pride to ask for help. But that is why I feel Spirit have guided me to do this on the public page, to help the people that aren't quite there yet, so that you just get, you know, a little win. Again, it's like, but I'm saying a little win, like when it's within the private group, people have said that this has been better than, like, you know, any sort of paid workshops that they've done with other people, and mine was free. So bear in mind, I do feel at some point that will become that, like maybe when I do it at Christmas. But right now, we're doing it this way and we'll see how it goes. So this is the cards that I pulled right before I came on here, and then I'm going to hop off so that I can leave it on IGTV, because sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it disappears, but whatever. Right, so grieve your losses. So there's already a theme of needing to face what's gone, you know, heal the past. It's not a coincidence. This is the last day of Mercury retrograde, and that has been helping you heal your past. It's been interesting, probably providing you with lots of miscommunication, misunderstandings, here, there and everywhere, all that kind of stuff. But it's been here to help you, you know, learn more patience as well. Like I always say, I've got Mercury retrograde, so things usually go a bit better for me during Mercury retrograde, and I never apologise for that, because the rest of the time I can be struggling. Face your shadow. So again, this is about where are you in pain and you're hiding it. So if you're always procrastinating on taking action with an idea, that's shadow work that you need to do. If you are always self-sabotaging and you know why, or sometimes you don't know why, that you've got to face that as well. So it's wherever there's difficulty in your life and you know that you want to be reaching these goals but it's not happening, you need to face your shadow. And again, this is what I'm really good at helping people do, because I've got Pluto retrograde 0 degrees in Scorpio in the house of the hidden. So whatever's lurking, whatever limiting beliefs, whatever you know, wounds you're really hiding there in the 12th house, the hidden house, believe me, anybody that's had a personal session with me and been in my groups knows I will find it. You don't even need to tell me. And if I've done your astrology chart before, your soul's blueprint, I just pull it out. I feel like I had one of them. I've done part 2 last week, and it was just, yeah, whatever skeletons are in your closet, I'm going to find them. So don't book that if you don't want me to dive deep into your soul. Anyway, last but not least, and remember, I'm coming back at 8 o'clock. How long have I been? Oh, I've been on here 12 minutes. Anyway, I think that's fine. Be true to yourself. This is what this Aries full moon is about. On Wednesday, it's about be you. And you might have heard me saying in my wee kind of way that I've stopped myself from sharing things like this in public before, because you know, over the years, over the sort of, I keep saying 7 years, I think it was 6 years. I looked the other day and I was like, wait a minute, is it 6 years? Well, it's 6.5 years, nearly 7. I've had my page. You know, one of my biggest bugbears is when people copy like my wording to things, or just copy my ideas, or it happens to a lot of friends of mine, and I'm just kind of like, oh my god, why? Like, it's so embarrassing. Like, just get your own original ideas and be yourself, because that is when people feel it the most. When you are just being yourself and you're excited and you're having fun, you will attract the right people to you. You know what I mean? So just own it, basically. But again, when people are insecure, or they're, oh, and sometimes, again, I'm not gonna lie, I do get good ideas and I sit on them, and then it's just kind of like, but again, that is one of the most horriblest things when, again, it's happened. I've helped so many clients that this has happened to, and it has happened to me, where somebody sees a really good idea and they're a bigger platform and they steal it and they go and take it. And then the sad thing is, people probably think it's you that copied them when really it's the other way around. True story, am I right? Am I right? Again, people might not admit in the comments, but I've helped loads of people that this has happened to. But again, you cannot stop people like that, copycats, or people you don't like, or, you know, people that don't like you, rather, like all these kind of things. You can't stop things like that from putting your work out into the world, because, like, newsflash, if you're actually being true to yourself and you're sharing your authentic voice, some people really aren't going to like you. And the biggest reason for that is because they're not being true to themselves. So the beautiful thing that ends up happening is, the more you just accept that and keep shining and be yourself anyway. Like, by the way, remember that was October. This month I go within to connect with the spiritual side of myself. I am energy, I am spirit, I am the essence of love. I let nearly fucked that up. I let my light shine brightly. that is what we promised ourselves. Well, that's a bit heavy, but this was the affirmation for October. And October isn't over yet, okay? We're coming into shadow season, Scorpio season, very, very soon. And I really want people to get some sort of win out of this. Again, and I would like to keep it on the page, but if people don't get involved, then I will just move it into a private group where the people that want to get involved can get involved. But again, we'll see where it's at. But again, this is all about this full moon, whether you get involved in this or not. This full moon wants you to be true to yourself. And time again, whether it's somebody that knows me well that's reading for me or somebody that doesn't know me at all, the thing that always gets said to me from Spirit, because we're just channels for passing on the message from Spirit, Divine, God, angels, whatever you call yours, is that I am here to teach people that. I am here to teach you to be more of yourself. Just show up how you are and don't try to be like anybody else. And just be yourself and shine your light. Shine your light, I don't really like shine. Shine your light, shine bright, whatever you want to call it. And just have fun with it. And I promise you, people will feel it. Like, give it your all. And that is, yeah. And I think that's all I want to say. Be true to yourself. So let's just see what happens later. Let me just read these before I go. Your eyebrows are nice. Oh, thanks. Like, literally, I just like chucked them on. But thanks for saying that. They can't clone you. There's a lot of cloning going on in the world already. We don't want another Claire. Right, anyways, people seem to have got what I was saying on here about I'll chat later. Anyway, I am going to love you, leave you, and I'll see you at, hello Samari, I'll see you at 8 o'clock tonight UK time. Like I say, that's like just under 4 hours, and we'll see what fun we can have. But if you haven't wrote what feeling or what limiting belief you're leaving behind, please put it on the live now, on live or replay, or go back to the written post that I put out earlier today and just put it there. Like, fortune favours the brave and the bold, and I really don't think it's that scary to write something like fear or procrastination or doubt. Bridget's already done it. I actually didn't see anybody else that's done it, and it's like, again, it hurts my heart when I see people not get involved, because it's like magic happens when I lead things like this. And like I say, if it's like a ghost town and tumbleweeds tomorrow, I'm just going to move it in a private group. So please just push yourself out your comfort zone and just, get quiet and still and be like, what feeling is it holding me back? You don't need to say why. You don't need to go into detail. Just bring what's hidden, bring what's in the dark to light. And you will get some kind of magic and miraculous solutions coming your way, because I think that was the next card on the top of the deck. Imagine solutions. You'll get some kind of goodness happen to you for just taking that brave step. Anyway, see you later, guys. Bye.